So it is really wonderful to be here, and I just want to say, first of all, Tris and Bhaskar, thank you so much for organizing this, and thank you so much for coming out on a Sunday afternoon. I'm enjoying the camaraderie and the discussion, absolutely enjoying the food, but this is great, and I just want to say how much I appreciate the fact that you all are helping me to continue representing Fairfax County and City of Fairfax in the Virginia General Assembly. I did want to go ahead and introduce my wife and two of my kids, and so this is my wife Gretchen, if you haven't met her yet. She is really the rock, the glue that holds the family together. She keeps things very well organized and is the love of my life, so she is fantastic. And then my older son Alex, who is down here from Providence, Rhode Island. There were a couple of things that were bringing him down here from Providence, but he does claim that this fundraiser was among one of them. And I don't think he's disappointed whatsoever. And then many of you probably recognize my youngest son, Grayson. Go ahead and wave, Grayson. And so the neat thing about Grayson is that Grayson has been with me in my relationship with the Tamil community since the beginning. Yep. And I do remember very, very well kind of the first Tamil event that I got invited to. I had no earthly idea what the heck I was doing. I was just told to go ahead and show up at a particular time, and it was huge. It was much bigger than I ever imagined, but it was a lot of fun. And Grayson was with me, and he's been with me to a number of events ever since, and he has gotten totally hooked on the food and the culture. And so anyways, just thank you so much for warmly welcoming us to the Tamil family. It really, really means a lot. As Tris went ahead and mentioned, you know, we've accomplished a lot over these last couple of years working together, and so he went ahead and mentioned Pongal Day. We also worked hard to try to get Tamil books into our library system, working with Delegate Dan Helmer this year, getting a road changed to Valavar Way, which was really, really cool. Yep. And then, you know, the big thing being Tamil Heritage this month, so that not just January 2022, but January in perpetuity in Virginia is Tamil Heritage Month, and so that was really amazing. What I think is really important, though, is it wasn't you all just asking me to go down to Richmond and pass these things. You really were a team, right? And so, you know, the funny thing about the General Assembly is it works really, really fast. And so, you know, Bhaskar and Tris would go ahead and get these texts or emails, you know, 24 hours before there was some kind of hearing down in the General Assembly. And I was like, you know, it would make a lot of difference if you were able to come down and testify. And that was the really great thing, is that you did, right? And so you came down, you exercised your voices, you became part of our democracy here in Virginia. And it really has made a big difference. I remember that first resolution with Pongal Day, and it went before Rules Committee, and I guarantee you nobody on that Rules Committee knew what the heck a Tamilian was, you know, or you know, just the beauty and the depth of the Tamil culture, quite honestly. By the time we got to Tamil Heritage Month, they knew. They knew. Yeah. It was not a hard sell, right? And in fact, you have a member of the Tamil community who is a member of the Virginia House of Delegates in terms of Suhas Subramaniam. And so really just in that short period of time, you have made just an enormous difference. And that really is important. It's something to be very, very proud of. Moving forward, you know, Virginia is a great place. We've got a lot going for us. And we do still have our challenges and things that we need to go ahead and work on. And so, you know, from my perspective, there's a couple of areas that I feel very, very strongly about, and I know that you all feel very, very strongly about as well. And so, you know, a great public education system, making sure that our schools attract and retain the very best teachers, making sure that our schools are modern and have the kind of facilities that our kids need to be able to grow in. Making sure that we are respecting our environment. That is probably the biggest legacy that we can go ahead and pass on to future generations, is clean air and clean water. And then the economy. Right? And so we've got so much talent in Virginia. We've got so much talent, quite honestly, right here in this room. And we need to make sure that we are fostering that talent, not just for big businesses, but to make sure that people can succeed as entrepreneurs. And that's kind of the challenge that we have ahead of us. I so admire the Tamil community. I admire the fact that you are so dedicated to education. I admire the fact that you look out after one another. I mean, that sense of community is so rare these days. And you know, the idea that, you know, when something happens to one family, that people go ahead and rally around. But the thing that I really love is your willingness to share your beautiful Tamil culture with other Virginians, and to go ahead and reach out and be part of kind of that beautiful tapestry that Virginia has become. And so I've just got great hope for a bright future in Virginia. And you all are so much a part of that. And so anyways, I just wanted to say thank you so much. I'm looking forward to our next adventures together. Those two things, we are definitely going to work on that. And we're going to work on that and more. So anyways, thank you so much for being here.